Hello, my friends. This is Max Steingart, and I'd like to welcome all of you to the special training we put on once a month for my friends at the Power Lead System. Now, in your Power Lead System back office, you're going to find my Endless Free Leads 11 home study course. And in that course, frankly, it's worth thousands of dollars, the information in there. You're going to get the secrets of becoming a top earner in your business on Facebook, no matter what it is. We're going to show you step by step exactly how to instantly connect with perfect prospects on Facebook, communicate with them at will, and close a sale in less than an hour a day. Now, the truth is that the environment, Facebook, is changing all the time. And so when you're out there long enough and you've been through the stuff that's out there, and sometimes you're lucky and you find me before you sink a lot of money into things, what you're learning, what is in that Endless Free Leads program that's in your back office, it is the most effective prospecting and recruiting strategy used by every top earning network marketer and affiliate marketer online that immediately gets you free leads, enables you to acquire new customers, and you can close more sales. Now, when you go into the back office, this is my training center, you're going to find Endless Free Leads 11. And when you click on that, it's going to open up a menu where you're going to have the entire process. Create a page, connect with people, communicate with them, and close them. We're going to walk you through the entire process. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time going over what's there. I want to give you some new information and help you take advantage of that, all right? So let's communicate. Let's talk. Because the more I know about you, the more direction I can give you and how to be more successful. So type in that question box. What brought you into your business? Inspiration or desperation? And type in the number of Facebook friends you have, and type in the number of LinkedIn connections you have. And before we're done, some of you are going to make a sale. Before we're done, before you go to bed tonight, or before the day is over for you, if it's morning, some of you are going to make a sale. So, number of Facebook friends you have, number of LinkedIn connections you have, and did you get into your business out of inspiration or desperation? This is a phenomenal quote. What would you attempt to do if you knew you couldn't fail? What would you attempt to do? If I put you in a room with 50 people, and I told you there were 5 people in that room that would get into business with you, and they'd all be wearing red shirts. You walked into that room, you could easily talk to the people that all had red shirts. What if I put you in a room with 1,000 people, and you could literally talk to the 200 people in the room who clearly were walking around with red shirts? What if you had an endless pool of people that you could talk to about your business? Well, hey, guess what? That's Facebook. Now, I love success stories, and Jason, Power Lead System subscriber, first night he tried this, he was in my boot camp, and the first night he tried it, he says, Max, I posted, I'm ready to help 5 more people retire early with their own internet business at the start of boot camp, and I got 6 likes and 3 signups. All right? We're not talking about having to study and do a lot of things. We're talking about taking action and talking to people. Well, that was the first night of boot camp. We usually start on a Tuesday night. Well, the next week, he made 7 sales. 4 on Wednesday, 3 on Thursday. And it's a numbers game, okay? The more people you talk to, the more success you're going to have. Well, he just kept going. And week 3, he signed up 10 people. It's 2 a day. Now, I'm here to tell you, all of the information to do this is in your Power Lead System back office. This is truly the fast and the easiest way to build your business on Facebook and LinkedIn in less than an hour a day. Now, the fastest growing top earners in your business, network marketers and affiliate marketers, will tell you they owe their success to Facebook and LinkedIn. They have teams of people enrolling their best new reps in less than an hour a day, and their new recruits are doing the exact same thing within a few days of joining the business. But no one's telling you how they're doing it unless you're on their team. Well, I'm going to show you how they're doing it and how you can do it too. Now, I'm going to move you through the process, but all of the step-by-step instructions on how to do it is in your Endless Free Leads program in the back office, okay? I want all of you to think mobile, because when you're hooked up to your mobile device to Facebook and LinkedIn, you can do your business from anywhere. I want you to think texting, because texting is talking. And take it from me. I mean, I'm all thumbs with anybody can text. Anybody can text. And I want you to think big, because you can truly build your business anywhere in the world. So, Endless Free Leads. It's step-by-step instructions exactly how to instantly connect with perfect prospects, communicate with them at will, and close a sale in less than an hour a day. It's all laid out for you. In the Coach's Corner, you have videos where I was logged in with somebody and we're actually doing some prospecting and recruiting, and you watch the whole thing live. Get on some of our Ask Max sessions. You could watch it live. We do it all the time. Dan Parks. Everybody's got a story, okay? And while there are literally tens of thousands of folks who have gone through my Endless Free Leads program, the one that you have for free in your back office, everybody's got a story. Dan went through boot camp about 3 years ago, and we identified what his problem was. You see, sometimes when you're communicating with people, prospects, you forget. It's a conversation. And Dan quickly picked up that you don't argue with people. He saw it in the conversation that we went over. And the next week he sponsored 3 people. Because once you get this, you get it. You got it forever. But it's always nice to come back and review. So a year later, he reconnects with me and says, hey, I got 300 friends now. Well, he had 300 friends when he started boot camp. Now he's got 1,000. And he's reached the highest rank in his business in 10 years. And he's got building his business all around the world, 24 countries. Okay? So the resource that you have back there puts you in direct, free connection, contact with people on Facebook, people on LinkedIn. He recruited 3 senior directors from Mary Kay. Bring seasoned, experienced networkers into your business, and your business grows faster. Well, he's back this year, and now he's got 2,550 people, 24 countries. It's all about communication. Well, at the end of July, he reported and signed 2 more leaders in his business, and his team has increased by 300 people in the last 45 days. It's all about communication. It's all about you having a conversation with someone on Facebook. It's a conversation via text. Irene's got it down. She's a retired CPA. Makes a post 3 times, signs someone up every time she does it. Now, there's a lot of great information available to you out there that can produce results for you on Facebook and other social networks over time. But what I'm giving you here is faster, it's easier to do, and it produces immediate results. So whatever it is you're selling, I want to put you in a position where you can be talking to someone about your business, whatever it is, today or tomorrow. You know, while you're studying all this other stuff and you're trying to figure out, well, how do I put this together? How do I put that together? This is an action that you could take tomorrow or today and end up engaging people you know or people you want to know. Follow the formula that's back there, and it'll fill your sales funnel with people who are eager to buy from you. So here you have 1.65 billion people on Facebook. You have 450 million professionals on LinkedIn. And there is an amazing competition going on between both of them for your attention. And there's an easy way to filter down through those millions and hundreds of millions of people to the people you want to talk to. Now, with a lot of the things that have taken place in the network marketing industry the last 12 months, a lot of companies really want to focus on customer acquisition as opposed to business builders. You get customers, you get them fired up on the products, and eventually some of them are going to want to become distributors and business builders. Great, sound strategy. However, how about finding people that clearly want to be customers? They're going to be as passionate about your products as the customers, but they want to spread the word. They want to generate some extra income. If you could tell the two apart, customer red shirt, customer / business builder green shirt. I put you in a room with 10 people, you could talk to 3. Who are you going to talk to? The people in the green shirts. So if you're looking for new customers and business builders, you can easily find them on Facebook and LinkedIn. It's getting easier. The process is the same. And LinkedIn is adding so many Facebook features, it's become Facebook for professionals. People fall into one of two groups on any social network. The people you know, the people you don't. And usually, there's a lot more people on there that you don't know than you know. Well, Endless Free Leads will show you how to connect with everyone in either of these groups at your convenience. Sell something to the people who need and want it. So as you scroll down a list of people, chiropractors, fitness instructors, school teachers, it's easy to connect with the people you know and the people you don't know who are perfect prospects and close more sales. You know in advance the people who are using something similar to what you're doing would clearly be interested in what you're doing, customers, and you could easily pick out the people who are looking for business opportunity. Who would you talk to? The key to success in your business on Facebook, LinkedIn, is to first realize that a certain percentage of the people on it are predisposed, ready, willing, and eager to buy your products or get into business with you. And it's easy to pick them out. It's easy to pick them out. Instead of wasting time reaching out to a bunch of people who will never buy your products, there are simple ways to find the right people and perfect ways and means of attracting the people who want to buy your products on Facebook before they're contacted by your competitors and they buy from them instead. And believe me, your competition's out there and they are mucking up the waters on Facebook and LinkedIn. People behave badly on these social networks. They shoot themselves in the foot. And there have been instances where companies have actually had Facebook scramble their account, scramble the link, because they were just blasting it out to too many people. It's the last thing you want to do. Folks, you're involved in sales and marketing, okay? You can't get away from that. When you first begin prospecting and marketing, you have to qualify a prospect in order to find the people that are open to listening and responding to your message. Now, I know a lot of you might think that all I have to do is I get this funnel built and I'll just start advertising, start driving people into my funnel. Let the funnel do the work. All right? And funnels work great. If you've got a funnel and you're spending money to fill that funnel, you don't have to do that anymore. Because in an hour a day, you could make 10 new friends on Facebook. You could fill that funnel yourself with highly pre-qualified people. The law of numbers works in your favor when you know in advance that someone needs and wants what you're selling. So when you're talking to a prospect, their answers to some simple questions can move someone through your qualifying process. Ask the right questions, and while you'll talk to fewer people about your business, you'll actually close more sales Because you'll get to a point in the conversation when you're going to realize, you know what? I don't think so. Nope, I'd rather talk to somebody else. See, if you know in advance that someone's a perfect prospect based on the contents of their profile, you develop a relationship with them before you talk about your business, you're going to sell to more people. And so here we come up with this, online relationships. It takes a long time to do that. There was a network marketing leader that told their team, when you connect with somebody on a social network, you got to wait 6 months posting back and forth before you bring up your business. They asked me what I thought of that, and I said, absolutely not. I mean, think about it. Would you, let's say you meet somebody at the gym. You meet somebody at a restaurant. Bump into them. You have a nice conversation, and you find out they're on Facebook, and so you're going to wait 6 months before, you're going to wait 6 months before you talk about the business? Absolutely not. Now, how soon you talk about the business and how soon you bring it up, frankly, is determined by the way the conversation goes. See, you can pick out the best people. There's scripts back there that work for everybody. Chatting, texting with other Facebook and LinkedIn users is not only the simplest way to sell something, it's the fastest way. Now, here's the deal. You got access to 2 billion people. But it doesn't mean anything if you're talking to the wrong people. So when you're talking to someone, and this goes for communicating on Facebook, it goes for communicating with people on the phone, or for that matter, face-to-face. Whenever you're having a conversation with someone, try to remember this. You're not trying to make a sale when you talk to someone. You're trying to determine that there's an opportunity to make a sale. Now, there are people that will just walk up to everybody and say, hey, if I could show you a way to make an extra $1,000 a week working part-time from home, would you be interested? You'll talk to a lot of people, and it's not pretty. It's not pretty. It works. You got to talk to a lot of people. And but it's not working all that well anymore because that approach has been around for a long time. Now, Facebook and LinkedIn, when you put them together, are an unbeatable combination. Okay? Unbeatable combination. 2 weeks ago, I had the pleasure of attending the National Wealth Center Leadership and Top Earner Conference. They had 30 of the cream were there, and I really got an education about what's happening in the affiliate marketing world. And the primary reason I was there was the number 2 earner, Suzanne, went through my boot camp last year, and is an amazing example of putting the information in Endless Free Leads to work for you, okay? She ends up, she went through boot camp, and we did some private coaching sessions together. And, when you hear her voice and you hear that level of enthusiasm, it's always like she's on something, okay? And the truth is she is. She's on life. She's on life. And network marketing gave her the opportunity to literally take control of her life. Now she's got unlimited access to people, and she just needed to tweak the way she talked to people. So once she learned how to identify exactly who her target market was, once she identified, find the need of the other person, and you're looking for people that have large circles of influence. I mean, she shot through her company. Within 4 months, she was the number 2 producer. So I went up there to say hi, and she put the owner of the company on the phone, and next thing I know, I'm doing trainings on Saturday and Sunday, and all of these folks are going to be in my next boot camp, and it's going to be a wobble. But what was really a total surprise to me was that Tom, number 1, and Thaddeus, number 3, had also been through my trainings years ago. So once you get this, okay, it's all about putting it into practice, right? And again, Doesn't matter whether you're just getting started on these social networks or whether you've got thousands of friends. Because today, the response time is so fast, it doesn't matter. Joe Pareca is a chiropractor. And one of the strategies that you're going to find back there is what we call the alumni strategy. We introduced it, or I should say we reintroduced it because it's been around forever. And here's the idea. Get a hold of your high school yearbook. And if you can't find it in your pile of memorabilia, you can find your high school yearbook online. And reach out and connect with people that you went to high school. See if you can find them on Facebook. See if you can find them on LinkedIn. It's huge. Listen to Joe's success. We did a session last week. Get a little bit more excited about some of the changes that have made since the last.
Absolutely. I mean, when it comes to Facebook and LinkedIn, I'm a novice. I'm a rank beginner. But just that one class that you and I did together, I already made 3 connections. I connected with a very good friend of mine. He and I were co-captains of our wrestling team back in junior high school.
I love it.
And he is so fired up about, well, I'm going to enroll him tomorrow. And it was from the Facebook training that I got from you. Mm-hmm. So, it's exciting. And this is so duplicatable, guys. I mean, we've got, for those of you just learning about this is a system. It's not what works in network marketing, it's what duplicates. And this Facebook and LinkedIn training that Max is going to expose you to tonight is very duplicatable.
And that's what it's all about. You're going to be able to bring people into your business on Monday. And by Wednesday and Thursday, they can be bringing in their friends. And by the beginning of the following week, it duplicates. Now, when this catches on with your team, you'll experience what we call explosive growth. You can jumpstart your sales on Facebook and LinkedIn in just 3 minutes. And you can do it by either making a post, engaging people who react or respond to your post, making a change to your profile that is clearly visible, cause a reaction from your friends, or you could go on Facebook and LinkedIn and find a professional, somebody that you would really enjoy talking to, whatever category you're looking for, start a conversation. Now, Facebook marketing tip, LinkedIn marketing tip, put out content daily that others value. Well, how do you do that? Well, you post things. And you want to take the focus off yourself. And what you want to do is you want to provide information that other people would value. Now, posts about your product, your business, your service may be of value to you. And you have to remember, it's not about you. Now, there is a wide range of people that are participating here. If you're making a 6 or 7 figure income in your business, hey, you can get away with posting. You're not searching for people. You're not looking for new people. Social networking law number 1. When you reach out to a stranger, when a stranger reaches out to you, social networking law number 1 is what you see is what you get. So when you reach out to a stranger and they look at your profile and they have been slammed by other people in your business, and then they say, oh, here's another one of those. You measure the effect of putting information about your profile, about your business on your profile, by the acceptance rate of your people. Now, what you post builds rapport with your prospects without ever talking to them. What they see on your page, that makes the initial connection. What you see on their page makes the initial connection. After that, posting positive quotes, motivational quotes, inspirational quotes, videos or stories on how to do things. And then there's personal activity. Adventure. You're going on vacation, you're planning a trip, stuff about your family, stuff about your team, the bigger you get. Entertainment, comedy, trivia, controversial things. and what they call social proof of your success. Anytime you're around people, social proof of your team's success. You're getting an award, getting a picture, getting accolades. Hey, post it. Although sometimes for the social proof of your success, it's actually better if you have one of your friends post it. Let them post it on your page. Now, post engaging content, okay? Pictures, videos, graphics. And when you post pictures on Facebook and LinkedIn, they take up more space in your news feed. And we're seeing more and more and more of that. Videos and pictures usually get more engagement than plain text status updates. However, one-liner jokes produce amazing reactions and results. The bottom line is you want to be talking to people. Asking questions, doing surveys is another way to get engagement, and engagement means someone's reacting to what you did. It could be a like, and they've added all those new emoticons. So how do you get more? You post fresh content daily, and you schedule your posts ahead of time. Space your posts out. Now, we have a birthday strategy where every day Facebook is going to tell you, and for that matter, LinkedIn will too, who's having a birthday. So what you do is you get ahead of it. Get ahead of it. 4 days before a person's having a birthday. You send them a message. Hey, I just noticed you're going to have a birthday in a couple of days. So I want to be the first to wish you a happy birthday. I hope it's a wonderful day. And then if there's somebody that you haven't talked to forever, you're going to go, so what are you doing these days? And if it's somebody that you know well, but maybe you haven't talked to them in a while, again, what are you doing these days? And if it's somebody that's having a birthday, you have no idea how you became friends, but they're really sharp looking, and it's their birthday, so what you're going to do is you're going to say the same thing. Hey, came up on my Facebook that you're having a birthday in 4 days, and somehow we became friends. So I wanted to take this time to wish you happy birthday. We've never really talked on here, but I really like some of your posts. What do you do? Now that strategy is back there in Endless Free Leads. So this is something that you can be doing every single day. And what does it mean? It means that you're taking action, you're involved in a social network activity that can get you results, okay? In other words, people coming to you. Space your posts out. 6 posts spread out over 12 hours is more effective than if they were all done at once. But there is no one specific time to do it. Another leader was giving his downline that you got to do it at 7 o'clock in the morning. Okay, well, 7 o'clock in the morning in Miami is 3 o'clock in the morning, or 4 o'clock in the morning in Los Angeles. Whatever advice you're being given, if it's working for you, you keep doing it. If it's not working for you, stop doing it and do something else. And the thing is that what I'm sharing with you, anybody can do. And it works. Raphael is finally able to turn his Maluka business around simply by utilizing the posting strategy. And again, it's either reacting to people who react to your posts or you react to somebody else's post. And talk about the birthday strategy. 1 day a year, when it's your birthday, you're going to have the opportunity to talk to people. Thank them. Jacqueline had her birthday on Sunday. 200 new people reached out to wish her a happy birthday. Started a conversation with most of them. Got 28 people looking at her business. I am just blown away by the speed that all of this takes place, okay? And last week I was doing a coaching session with Dara, and great lady, very, very professional. And what we did was I said, I want to show you, I got to give you some information to get you going right away because this happens fast. So we worked on a profile a little bit, and then what we did was we did a search for some folks, and we were looking for women that liked Toastmasters and Gucci, okay? And we come across Alicia over there, so we sent a message out to her, a little friend request, and she accepted right away. And You know, she's going, oh my God, I can't believe it's happening that fast. And we sent another one out to Miranda, and she answered back right away. And we really have a conversation going there. Same thing happened with Corrine. Talking to 3 prime real prospects within 10 minutes of contacting them. Now, some of them are using their phone. Some of them are using their laptop. So what we want to do, you engage someone. Look around at somebody that reacted or did something to your last post. Just write back and say, hey, I'm glad you liked my post. I met some wonderful new friends this way. What do you do? And find out what the other person does. Now, typically, 85% of the time when you ask somebody what do you do, they're going to come back and they're going to ask you what you do. And don't think of what do you do as a business-oriented part of a conversation. It's natural. What do you do? Lots of Facebook and LinkedIn new game changers. Now, some of these, frankly, are so new, they're not even in endless free leads. Remember, people fall into 1 or 2 groups, the people you know and the people you don't know. Well, leads on Facebook and LinkedIn are free. You know, it's almost like it's the phone book on steroids, because you know so much about the person on the other end. So you can talk to people anywhere in the world and you can make more sales. And it's all about being able to identify the people you want to talk to and distinguish them from the people that you don't. Pick and choose. There's no shortage of people. So you can identify perfect prospects in seconds by your perception of who they are. That comes from the contents of their page. And then it's a matter of questions, learning about the other person. Now, for those of you that are new, let me explain why you really should listen to me. 21 years ago, I broke the code to a social network called America Online. I used their live chatting features to develop a very simple formula that helped me add thousands of like-minded people to a network marketing business in 18 months. Chatting, talking to people. The term social network wasn't used back then, but everyone engaged in live chatting. Today, live chatting is also called texting or private messaging, and it's one of Facebook's most popular features, and it's becoming a popular LinkedIn feature too. The number of social networks has increased dramatically over the years, and so has the number of people on them. Social networks have come and gone. At its peak, AOL had 36 million users. Today, Facebook has 1.65 billion users, LinkedIn 450 million professionals, and the formula works on them better than ever before. So here's the formula. You create a page. We call it the 4 C's. Create a page, connect with people, communicate with them, and close them. And there are 4 simple steps that are broken down into simple steps. Now, since I introduced the formula, I've trained and shared it with hundreds of thousands of network marketers who in turn have trained and influenced the millions of people that they work with. I was blown away to know that the other top folks in the company had been through my courses. The formula has worked for everyone on all of the social networks that followed AOL, and it will work on every social network that comes out in the future. Live chatting is exactly like talking with someone. It can produce immediate results, almost instant, when you're connected with the right people and you're saying the right things. Rhonda Collier learned it 4 years ago. In 3 years, she went from $150K a year to $750. She met her biggest business builders on Facebook using what's back there in that endless free leads program. It was a chat function that exploded her business. Part-time network marketers are using the formula and live chatting to go full-time in their business. Your next affiliate, your client, customer, or rep is available to chat with you on Facebook and LinkedIn right now. Right now. Now, many of the prospecting and recruiting strategies I invented with the formula years ago are still being successfully used today. In fact, when you follow the formula exactly, you can be talking to someone about your business and closing a sale today. Network marketers love the formula because it can be instantly duplicated by everyone they bring into their business. The people who have consistently applied the formula have risen to the top of their company, and they've earned millions of dollars. And we're going to give you some examples. Now, some top earners have gone on to create and market their own versions of the formula. So if you purchase someone else's program before you find mine, and my information looks familiar, then you know where this came from. Now, when I said the formula has worked on every social networking site, I'm also including the online dating sites too. People are using the formula to make love connections. I personally know hundreds of networkers who have used it successfully. In fact, I use the formula to meet my wife Debbie on Match.com. We've been together for 10 years, 11 years. But that's a story I'll share with you another time. Here's the bottom line. If the story worked for me, and it's working for the hundreds of thousands of others I've trained, it's going to work for you too. If you join me in a boot camp, you're going to hear the successes that other people are having, or, you know, as you start to have success, you'll write in and you'll say, hey, thank you very much. Testimonials on my website speak for themselves, okay? Now, I'm extremely proud of the success people have had with my formulas and trainings over the years. But today, September, the last month of the third quarter, I'm going to take things to a whole new level. And if you're paying attention, you apply some of the things I'm sharing with you, you can be making sales tomorrow. I'm going to show you my biggest prospecting and recruiting secret. Changes the game for everyone. Because you see, you can talk to anybody at any time. You don't have to wait for someone to react and respond to you. You can reach out and connect with someone and have a conversation. Now, Earl is here in, he's in my boot camp. Now, Earl started last January, end of January. Connected with 14 people, sponsored 9 that turned into 35 in 2 weeks. Okay? That's 65% of the people he initially contacted. Those 35 people in 90 days became 430. And what is Earl doing? He brought in 9 people, 9 every month, 3 months. And we just finished up a boot camp. He was in it, and so he comes to report that now his group is up to almost 700 people. And his business is growing, and he's on his way to the top. And the best part about it is, as he is growing, so are his team, so are the people that he's working with. Now, I don't show these because I'm trying to impress you. I'm showing you these because I want to impress upon you. Take advantage of that information. Okay? Jeanette, since she started working with me, in 30 days, she became the best recruiter in her group. Okay? And she's not telling anybody why or how. 5 months into it, she's signing up 1 person a day. 1 a day. And people always ask, well, how long does it take? Well, she enrolled a new networker in Brazil within an hour of meeting him online. You know, it doesn't matter how big your list is. It doesn't matter how big your list is. About 7 years ago, the VP of Marketing for the Numis Network brought me in to train their top earners. And Pete Olson was in the company, and his social media expertise was with Twitter. In 1 year, he had literally developed a following of 300,000 followers in 1 year. Wrote a book about it, and number 8 social media expert in the world. But he never made any money. While he was building up that following, never made any money. Gets a hold of the scripts and goes, oh my God, you mean I should be talking to these people? I should be asking them questions? 4 months later, he was the top of the company. You all head down the same road. Now, there are a lot of reasons why the world's obsessed with smartphones and social media, and there are lots of ways for you all to cash in. You get needed information fast, entertainment, and you can check your email, your messages, you get notifications from your friends, but the best thing is you can make an immediate connection to people. Millions of people are doing it, and it's in your back office. My formula will have you chatting with perfect prospects about your business almost on demand, at will. You can chat with someone you know or with complete strangers within minutes of logging into your Facebook and LinkedIn profiles, And if you don't have a profile and you're starting from scratch, you can literally be talking to people within minutes of creating one. And all you need is the free profile page. It's not technical. It's not complicated. This is the easy, rejection-free way to talk to your friends about what you're selling without pushing it on them and close the sale. And it's also the easy, rejection-free way to chat with complete strangers. And remember, chatting is exactly like talking. It's easier, it's more convenient, it's totally stress-free. So I really want to get to the heart of this. Between Facebook and LinkedIn and mobility, you're connected to everyone. Well, you want to be successful in your business. It's a numbers game. You have to talk to 5 people about your business every day. In Endless Free Leads, there's a daily method of operation that can have you talking to 10 people about your business in less than 2 hours. Again, you can talk to people anywhere in the world. So with so many choices of who to talk to, there are no excuses why you can't be successful in your business. I'm telling you. Every time we go through a boot camp where I get a chance to work with people and they come back and they say, oh, Max, it didn't work for me. I gave you a recipe for a chocolate cake and you left something out. Now, Facebook and LinkedIn are making some major changes, so I want to give them to you now. Biggest game changer. Number 1, they've added new features that make it easier for you to connect with people. And some of them haven't made it to Endless Free Leads yet. I mean, we're talking about 2 weeks ago. And these new features provide all kinds of new strategies. And I've developed some new scripts that will eventually make the scripts book. But the bottom line is we'll give them to you during our live sessions. They now have a visible section of your timeline page that opens it up and lets people know who you are. They took it away a couple of years ago. They're putting it back. Why? Because they're getting the heat from LinkedIn. LinkedIn has added dozens of Facebook features. So there it is on your timeline page, and it gives you an opportunity and a reason to see little 100, and I think it's 111 characters where you can describe yourself. People can read about you right from your timeline page. They couldn't do that. You couldn't do that for a couple of years. These new emoticons are huge. 5 more ways to express emotion. In our last boot camp, we had somebody that literally would like or love or laugh at 20 people a day. That was his initial way of making a connection. He saw somebody just liked it, and then he went back and repeated the rest of the process. And I said, well, you could have done it the first time, but it was his way. Now, they break it down for you. So out of 166 likes, 11 of them were loves, and you could literally bring any of them up and start to talk to them. Another new feature, new emoticons that make the whole online back and forth, adds a little spice to the process. Now, here's a conversation tip. When you ask someone what they do, after they answer, they will usually ask you the same question. So you have to have an answer, and it's in the scripts book. But just because someone asks you what you do doesn't mean they're a prospect. It doesn't mean they're interested in what you do. They're just being polite. When you ask somebody what you do, they're going to come back, like I said, and most of the time they're going to tell you what they do. Another new element of Facebook, they've kind of lowered the bar and they're making it easier for you to communicate with people. See, your inbox, that's where your messages used to go from the people you knew. And they had another box where the messages went from people you didn't know or you had no mutual friends with. And people didn't know they had another box. Well, now it's recent and message requests. So when you send a message to someone that you don't know, it ends up there and they get a notice about it. They've got all kinds of new searching features. You still use the keyword search and you get amazing results. You know in advance who you want to talk to and who wants to talk to you. You can search for people by city. You can search for people by country. You can search for people anywhere in the world, and people react and respond right away. People immediately respond. Now, let's go over to LinkedIn. And the big game changer for LinkedIn was a year ago they added live chat, and they have been growing like crazy. LinkedIn has become Facebook for professionals. It's no longer just a repository for resumes. So you can begin stuffing fresh new pre-qualified prospects into your pipeline at outrageous speed, because that's why they're there. New features, dozens of Facebook features, new strategies, and new scripts, because now you write to someone on LinkedIn, they write back right away. Live chat. Really, a lot of people like it. The old-time LinkedIn users don't. Their searching features are now 300% faster. We did a search for chiropractors, 36,716. Break it down. Show me all the chiropractors within 25 miles of San Diego, 359. Now here's the interesting thing. We find Steve on LinkedIn, he's also on Facebook. We find Jerry on LinkedIn, he's also on Facebook. Professionals have pages on both social networks. There's 2,273 chiropractors in Australia on LinkedIn. So the ability for you to reach out and connect with people on LinkedIn, outrageous. Now, on August 17th, they published that I was having an anniversary, 21 years in network marketing. And Mija, who's a student, sent me the message, congrats on the anniversary. They are encouraging live interaction. They never did that before. And then a couple of days later, he had an anniversary. So I wrote back, I said, hey, I see another great year's gone by. Congrats on the work anniversary. How's business? And look at what he wrote. And he answered me a couple hours later. It's growing. We enrolled a motivational speaker in Mexico who's super excited. Flew him to Celebration. He's already in. He's incorporating isogenics into his talks. Going to speak to 17,000 people in the next 6 months. And he still uses the process to find his prospect. You write to someone, they write back. Your LinkedIn page, your homepage. For those of you that aren't on LinkedIn, believe me, you want to be there. Every day they're going to tell you who, they're going to tease you to use their paid service, but you don't have to use their paid service. Everything we teach you will work with their free service. Look at who he looked at your profile. They want you to pay to see more. Well, the truth is you could share an update, upload a photo, and publish a post just like Facebook. Every day, they're going to put in front of you 15 ways to keep in touch. Someone's got an anniversary. Someone changed their picture. Somebody, changed jobs. You can like what they did. You could message what they did, message them, or you could skip it and go down to the next person. So they're putting people in front of you. They're time-stamping everything. And they let you follow people. And people can follow you. People can follow who they want. Your news feed on LinkedIn is just like Facebook now. There's always new updates. And again, you can like, comment, and share. But now they've expanded it even more. You send a message there, it goes to your message center. They're connecting the dots. And Microsoft is in the process of buying LinkedIn. They paid an outrageous price. And they are the granddaddies of live chat, of instant messaging. So hopefully they're not going to mess it up too much. Another new thing, when you go in to look at your messages, they are literally putting it in front of you. They want you. They want you to communicate. Publish a post, people can follow you. And whatever you do on LinkedIn, you can share on Facebook and Twitter. Again, they're digging deeper into the Facebook application. So somebody makes a post, 826 people liked it, 59 made comments, and you could look them up. You could actually look at the people, scroll down and see the people that like something and start a conversation. Same thing with the comments. Tell you a quick story. Marty WeWorker is a good friend, and was a top earner in his company. A few years back, wanted to recruit college students. Marty lives in Phoenix, and so he recruited in Arizona State. Using a strategy we laid out for him, some scripts, which, by the way, are in the scripts book. And he connects with Alex Morton, who was 20 years old. And in 4 years, he was $1 million earner's business. Met him on LinkedIn. Search for people by school. 300,000 students on LinkedIn from Arizona State. You can find them by year they graduated, and you can see what they do. You break it down. Graduates, there's 7,500 graduates from Arizona State University that are currently working in sales. Or you can pick any city. And look at the search results. Unlimited access to people. We've got you'll find this example in Endless Free Leads. So I'm just going to brush over it really quickly. Here's the idea. Ricky was looking to go to Rome and meet someone, okay? His company was having an international event. He ended up meeting 6 people. One of them was, we'll show you how he did it. Did a search for sales, okay, in Rome, Italy, 50 miles from Rome instead of 10. And he comes up with 42,512 potential contacts. We're talking about free leads here. So scrolling down the list, we saw Anna. Then we went over on Facebook and we did a search, people live in Rome. Saw her over there, so we brought up a profile and we sent her a message. The templates for these are in Endless Free Leads. Sent her a message at 12:19. She answered at 2:21. They met in Rome. So we have all kinds of examples. After one coaching session, he made two sales, but this was his first one. Okay, he was searching for yoga instructors. Yoga instructors who live in Dallas. This is the way you search on Facebook. Yoga instructors who live in Minnesota. Yoga instructors, women over 40 who work as yoga instructors. You have to use keywords in a specific sequence. Yoga instructors like Tony Robbins. Gina makes a post. I'm ready to help 5 more people make their fortune on the internet, and she goes crazy with it. You apply simple attraction marketing principles, and you can be making sales every day. Tom Martin makes a post, has 20 people respond, speaks to 13 of them, and all he's doing is following the scripts that are waiting for you in the back office. And listen to me, if Carl can do it, you can do it. Went on to get a sale right after a session. First person he talked to signed up in the business. And it doesn't matter what you're selling. Eli is an insurance adjuster, okay? So what you post will attract your target market, and you engage the people who respond, and when you talk to enough of the right people, anything's possible. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. So when Ann makes a post, I'm ready to help 5 more people make their fortune on the internet. Within 8 hours, 33 people liked it, and she had all kinds of comments. She couldn't believe it. 18 people to talk to. And she knew ahead of time, based on their profile, based on the contents of the conversation that they've been having, she knew the ones she didn't want to talk to. The secret to making sales on Facebook and LinkedIn every day is to talk to people. Texting is talking. And all you need is that free Facebook profile. And everything you need to do that is in our Endless Free Leads program, okay? Now, LinkedIn, we cover in boot camp. We are working on putting together the LinkedIn formula, and we hope to be releasing that probably in October because they're making so many changes. But all the concepts that we're talking about are the same, okay? And LinkedIn is making changes to attract a younger audience, and it's working. So Facebook, LinkedIn, both of them tell your story to the entire world. They promote and brand you, who you are today, who you plan on becoming. And you can do most of this on a smartphone. Now, 5 reasons people create their profile pages. It's all explained back in Endless Free Leads. You can pick out the people who clearly you want to talk to. They're like big bowls of candy, and you could pick out perfect candidates for your business. Remember, you know in advance, based on the contents of their page, they're a good prospect for your business. Talk to the right people, ask questions, and you're golden. So while you're going through this, keep in mind something called the 80-20 rule, which says that 80% of your business activity is going to come from 20% of the people in your business. So be selective about who you talk to. The more you have in common with someone, the easier it's going to be to make the connection. The more selective you are about who you talk to, the more successful you're going to be. So follow everything back in that Endless Free Leads program. You got all this access to people, doesn't mean anything if you're talking to the wrong people. Now, we've got dozens and dozens of success stories every month. George Ruiz sent me this a couple of months ago. Civi Helsel and her husband Dave became the $179th million earner in their company. They're both coaching clients, so is George, but they're his $17th million earner. They got great online presence. You can check out their profiles. Gennady, seasoned network marketer, been in the business for 20 years. His first 2 weeks in his network marketing business brings in 57 people. You want to talk about duplication? 2 of his leaders brought 20 in each. It's not 1 out of 100, it's 1 out of 10 when you're doing it right. So the whole idea is you make a post, people respond, and you respond back. Everything that you need to explain it is back in Endless Free Leads. You can go from hello to welcome aboard in 30 minutes. Now I'm gonna flip by some of these examples because he can get somebody talking in 7 minutes. That's all it takes. We're gonna 4 types of profiles. This is all back in Endless Free Leads. We show you the eager socializers, the e-marketing socializers. These are the people you want to talk to. And the reluctant socializers, these are the people you want to avoid, as well as the missing in action socializers. All of this is back in Endless Free Leads. Create a page, connect with people, communicate with them, and close them. Follow the steps, follow the rhythm of the conversation. It's all laid out for you, and enjoy the dance. Have fun with this. You can be talking to perfect prospects on LinkedIn and Facebook today simply by reacting to what they do. Rhonda Collier, after 1 coaching session, her page blew up. Within 2 days, she had 2 people signed up and 3 more taking a look. The rest is history. Sherry Catlin makes a post. Here's from 6 people signed to get them up. Now, we have all kinds of examples of folks doing this. Freddie Malero learned it back in 2008. Today's a 7-figure earner in his business. So if you only talk to people about your business that need and want what you're selling, you don't experience rejection. In Endless Free Leads, we're going to show you how to find your next great customer. If you know what you're looking for, it's easy to locate perfect prospects. The keyword search will put them right in your lap. And it'll take minutes a day to pick out what we call power prospects. So who do you want to work with? All laid out for you in Endless Free Leads. What do you need to know is on their profile. What do they look like? It's all back there in Endless Free Leads. Easy to identify the eager and e-marketing socializers. Now, with all of the new searches that are taking place on Facebook, it's changing every day. Facebook will let you filter down to the people that you want to talk to. The sequence of keywords change all the time, but you will never run out of people to talk to. People are laying off workers. Hey, you can find them in seconds on Facebook. You're going to be able to, all of this is in Endless Free Leads. People went to the schools you attended, easy to find perfect prospects. The search doesn't work, it's because you didn't use the right sequence. Mija, 1 week, 5 people enrolled. 5 months later, we doubled his business. Melanie, in our July boot camp, signed up 8 people. 1 year after coming out of a boot camp, Rosie Gonzalez has 15,000 people in her business. It's not about how many friends you have. No. It's not about how many people like your articles or your posts. It's not about people who like your videos. It's about how many people you're talking to about your business every day. It's about sales and income. It's about having a growing business and making more money every month than you're spending. Folks, it's about results, okay? So, Endless Free Leads, it's in your back office. I'm going to check to see if anybody has any questions. But I want to invite you, that's in your back office, to participate in our upcoming boot camp. Some of you may want to participate in more advanced trainings, but let me tell you, Endless Free Leads, it's in your back office. Everything you need to know to build your business. Create a page, connect with people, communicate with them, close them. There are PDFs you can print out. You don't want to listen, read. Scripts book. This is a virtual gold mine. The daily routine of a top earner. The profile checklist to make sure you're visible. Smartphone app. Fast start video. Many people watch that video and they make a sale right after they watch it. And for those of you that are nervous about selling, the secrets of closing sales on Facebook. It's in your back office. There are no excuses, no reasons why you can't be successful. As extra bonuses, we have, for example, this was an example of how Jeremy, after we changed his picture, within 10 minutes, 19 of his friends liked it. We engaged one person in the conversation. Within 10 minutes, we had an appointment. Signed her up the next week. Now, here's the good news. If you went to my website, maxsteingart.com/bootcamp, which is where you have to go. Bootcamp price is $597. We're running a special for Labor Day, but it's $597. Right after Labor Day. Everybody's going to pay $597 to get into that boot camp. You can go to maxsteingart.com/bootcamp. Use the promo code 300OFF, and you can participate for $97. Now, for those of you that have been in boot camps before, this is continual education. It's the cheapest form of coaching where I'll work with you in a large group sequence. You already know what we're talking about. Now, the nice thing about boot camp, okay, for those of you that are here for the first time, is 9 sessions in the evening. For those of you that are in the UK, you're not going to be able to watch them. It's going to be 3 o'clock in the morning. They're all recorded. You'll watch the recordings, and then during the daytime, either 9 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, or sometimes 9 at night, you'll jump on these things and you'll ask questions, and we'll answer them. We'll go over your profiles. We'll help you put the thing together. Remember, it's maxsteingart.com/bootcamp. The promo code is 300OFF, and that code is only going to be good until Monday. Okay, it's Labor Day. Bootcamp, 300OFF. I'll help you brand yourself. Now, all the information on doing this is in Endless Free Leads. So you come on here, we're going to give you the latest information, and you can interact with me, answer your questions, help you connect with your prospects, make sure you're talking to the right people. Make sure you talk to more people, and we'll review your conversations. And everybody's goal in boot camp is to make 5 sales. If you're talking to 5 to 10 people a day, 25 to 50 people every week, you should be closing at least 2 people. If you're not, you're talking to the wrong people and you're saying the wrong thing. Whatever obstacles are slowing you down, you could ask me and we'll get them fixed. And if you've got any roadblocks, fears of talking to people that are more successful than you, fears about rejection and asking for the order, it's covered in Endless Free Leads, but you get the interaction in bootcamp. Additionally, for those of you that are spending at least 2 to 3 hours a day in your business, at the end of the month, we have our Top Earner Retreat. And for the Labor Day weekend, we've reduced the price, and for those of you that are in Power Lead System, you could actually use the promo code HALF to get an even deeper discount, okay? Let me look in the question box here and see if we have any questions. Does anybody have any questions? Anybody have any questions? And last but not least, there is personal coaching. Now, I don't know what happened and I'm going to jump back in here and bring up the what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and I am going to pray that at least you all have been able to hear me.
Welcome to the webinar. You have entered as an organizer and may now speak to any other organizers or panelists on the line. When you are ready to begin the presentation, press the Start Broadcast button on the GoToWebinar control panel to allow all attendees to hear you. This system will notify you once you begin your broadcast. The broadcast is now started.
Well, folks, I don't know what happened, but what we're going to do is we're going to get this recorded and we're going to get it put up on the Power Lead System program. It'll be up there tomorrow. Somehow we got disconnected. And anyway, I hope you enjoy the broadcast, and we're here to help you. Boot camp starts in September 6th, and I hope to see all of you there. Until next time, best of luck in building your business, and God bless.